So good evening and welcome to part 2 of the week 12 of Neuroscience for Engineers live interactive session. I am Vikas from IIT Jodhpur. This is a brief about me and this is the last class, right? So we will first start with event related potentials, that is ERPs. So ERP or event related potential analysis provides insight into cognitive processes. We have seen different cognitive processes like how stimuli is given, what response will be there, what are the pathways and different things. So it involves stimuli generation, that is how stimulation was done. So for which event, what stimuli can be generated. Then the data acquisition that we have learned about the microfabrication and that in the first part of this week. Then is data extraction, because the data that we will get is not in pure form, not exactly in usable form. We will have to do some process and do the data extraction that will offer valuable application in neuroscience research. Then we saw some MATLAB demonstration in this part, that is how ERP data extraction can be done using MATLAB. Were you able to understand that part, MATLAB, ERP data extraction and all? So in
Yes, sir.
module,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you were able to understand that MATLAB part where this
Yeah, I
EEG lab.
understand. This we are just like a signal processing. Na? First,
Yeah,
we put some
the
filter.
same thing. Yeah,
Yeah. First,
same
we
thing
will
we do
decide
in
what.
physics.
Yeah. First, we will decide what we should get. Then, we arrange the
Yeah,
filter somehow. Manage
yeah,
the signal.
yes.
That's what
So
normally everybody will do.
yeah, so like signal processing, if you are aware with signal processing, this is very easy. It is just that the signal is of different type, and we will put different kind of analysis tools
Filters.
to get
Yeah.
filters and analysis tools to get the desired waveform. Okay, and for this we were using EEG, not ERP, but EEG lab plugin. Why it has become ERP? Autocorrect. This not ERP, it is EEG. I think I should correct it. So this one will also be EG. Uh, Using EEG lab plugin in the MATLAB, we were doing this analysis. Then there are some data processing steps. These include importing EEG data using EEG lab, visualizing the raw EEG data to understand what are the artifacts in that, identifying the event trigger, and filtering raw data to prepare it for analysis. So our useful things we want to remove the artifact. Then after this initial processing, steps involve generating event list and bin based approach, so that we are separating it into different bins, implementing artifact rejection techniques and averaging ERP signal, again ERP, EEG signal uh, for detailed analysis of cognitive processes. Okay, so e- event related potential are neurophysical response uh, due to the specific stimulus or events offering insight into the cognitive processes. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This ERP, yeah. Uh, ERP, sorry, just a minute. Okay, so this is this ERP waveforms They consist of several components, each reflecting different stage of cognitive processing. Like we have seen how with each stimulus, different kind of action potential are generated. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll
So, reflecting different stages of cognitive processing. Standard components include P1, that is early sensory processing, N1, that is initial attention processing, P2, that is high level sensory processing, not for everyone. Okay? That involves presentation path for this parties to get recognized. Then forward go high cognitive processes, like central for open reliable. So, yeah, and processing set of rules, technique to gain accuracy. We have a just like this, and we have EGL or substance reduction and report knowledge require point that is attained for amount of so average happy on the to the example so that what can okay now and external and some in the the normal and normal compare the individual in other part that can understand that the problem is that one language emotion cognition social disorder like way of like they serve as biomarkers for diagnosis and monitoring condition like epilepsy, schizophrenia, Alzheimer's disease. They can be used as biomarkers like what will be the potential normal case and what will be the potential in case of epilepsy, what will be the different ERP pattern for epilepsy, schizophrenia, or Alzheimer's disease. Such things can be understood from the ERP analysis. Then ERP offers insight into brain functioning that we have been trying from the start of this lecture and some dysfunction, bridging the gap between basic research and clinical practice so that directly using such tools, then they are read by using our EEG electrodes and EEG and ECOG electrodes. Right? So, what is the primary purpose of pre-processing in the ERP analysis? Enhancing signal amplitude, filtering out non-neural responses, increasing electrode activity, conductivity, or customizing stimulus pattern.
filtering out non-neural responses.
filtering out non responses, so that we can distinguish, uh, so that we can remove the artifacts from the recorded biopotentials. Fine. Which technique is commonly used to check electrode contacts during EEG recording? Impedance measurement, voltage amplification, current injection, or frequency modulation?
Is impedance measurement.
Impedance measurement. Like we were discussing in the previous class, how they are putting some conductive gel to reduce this impedance, right? So first, when it is started, all the uh, electrodes impedance measurement is done to ensure that we will get good signal. Fine.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the purpose of creating different bins in the ERP analysis? To store electrode data, to customize stimulus pattern, to analyze neural response to different events, to measure impedance changes.
This one I couldn't understand. Bin means what, sir? We never have come
Like
across.
when we are
Different name they are
names,
saving.
yeah,
Uh,
saving in the same
yeah.
data they are
A filter
bifurcating and
and or
putting,
by
yeah, putting in different names or different folders or bins, whatever you say. It is just a nomenclature, nothing else.
maybe neural response to different events.
Yeah. So it is neural response. It is just a way of organizing epochs or events or corresponding to different stimulus for comparative analysis. Okay. Same data, but with different stimulus, what is happening, so that they are put in different bins. Which, which system offers excellent temporal resolution in assessing brain activity? MRI, EEG, PET, or FNRIS?
MRI is special thing.
Yeah.
Then near infrared may be higher resolution.
Yeah.
But EEG, yeah? EEG.
EEG is the uh, one that provides the excellent temporal resolution and recording brain activity, and that is why it is used like whatever we are using like ECOG and other. They are actually modification of EEG only. So, what is the primary limitation of EEG in spatial resolution? Limited electrode availability, interference with scalp hair, inadequate shielding, difficulty in localizing sources.
Uh, maybe inadequate shielding or limited electrode availability.
We
Inadequate
EEG,
shielding.
we can have a lot of electrodes, whatever, how much we need. But the problem with EEG was that we cannot reach into specific area because we can put on the outside of a scalp only, right? So
Okay.
that is why ECOG and these things are used, where we
So
are going inside. Yeah. So
difficulty in
difficulty in
localizing.
localizing sources, that is our problem, because we can get only the sources that are above. We cannot go deep in EEG. EEG electrodes are put on the surface of the skull. Certainly, there are these problems also. Okay, but along with that, the main thing that we we are shifting from EEG is that it is very difficult to localize sources. We cannot go in specific
Okay, sir.
areas. We will have to put throughout the brain, and then we will have to understand what part is having the problem. Then we will put, but that will not be fully localized.
Okay, sir.
What does the ITI stands for in context of ERP experimentation? Interval, impedance threshold index, intermittent timing indicator, or intra-electrode interval.
It must be impedance threshold index, sir.
Yes, so it is the time gap
Impedance
between
triangle.
successive estimate. Remember, in the second week, I think we were talking about that if we are giving one interval
Okay.
followed by the second interval,
Yeah, yeah, true.
it is not going to trigger the event. There should be gap, like identification of two stimulus, there should be gap. So this is similar to that in terms of electron when we are giving the stimulus. Okay, so this is the gap between two stimulus. Okay, so that it is being differentiated properly. Which system offers a real-time signature of brain activity? PET, fMRI, EEG, or CT?
Real time, maybe EEG only.
EEG, because it is temporal in nature. Okay. The, what is the significance of threshold detection in sensory system screening? Assessing brain functionality, monitoring the peripheral nervous system, detecting changes in sensory threshold, or analyzing ERP data.
Threshold detection.
Yeah.
A or D, sir?
D. Okay. Let's uh, go to the answer. That is
Detecting
threshold
changes.
changes. Yeah. In sensory perception. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So that is for the threshold. So what is the purpose of transmitting ERP data wirelessly? To increase the sampling frequency, to reduce complexity, to improve spatial resolution, or to enhance electrode conductivity.
Maybe to reduce complexity. Complex.
Yes, otherwise it will have a lot of wires and all, right?
Uh,
So wireless transmission reduces the complexity of the EEG system, but it will actually limit the sampling frequency. So the sampling frequency will not be much, since in case of any electronics also, if it is remote controlled, the sampling frequency will be less because that much data cannot be wirelessly transmitted. Whereas if it is connected to the wire, it will have more bitrate or data, you can say. What is one of the application of event-related potential mentioned in the lecture? Weather forecasting, coma recovery prediction, crop yield prediction, or traffic management?
coma recovery, sir.
Coma recovery prediction. It can be used to identify individual more likely to recover from coma. Like if we are doing the analysis continuously, we know that yes, this person might recover from coma, and, unlike what is shown in movies and all that, they they declare and then that person recovers and all. So this will be more uh, scientific based. We will be able to understand yes, that person is going to recover or not. Okay. Which software is introduced for processing the EEG data in the lecture? MATLAB, Python, EEG Lab, or RStudio?
Bat lab only, no? EEG lab
Yeah,
also is there.
yeah. EEG Lab is the module, and Mat it works over MATLAB. Okay, so actually both will be correct, but EEG Lab is the module that is developed by the Schwartz Center for Computational Neuroscience, and that is used for processing the EEG data. What is the importance of scripting in EEG data processing? Is it faster than GUI for individual data processing? It's only suitable for small data set. It could be more efficient compared to GUI. or it is only used for primary data visualization?
It is faster than GUI for individual data processing. Just script you
Yeah,
can run.
but faster for individual data. Yeah, the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
And that is why scripting is advisable for batch file processing, right? If we have a lot of data, we cannot go by GUI, like selecting each and all. If we have automated scripts and all, it will be much easier for us to do the processing. Which of the following is are the potential mental disorders that can be screened using ERP experiment? Depression, Alzheimer's disease, amnesia, or schizophrenia?
Alzheimer's only, no?
Alzheimer's is discussed.
Or
Depression
same.
is also. Oh, just a minute.
Uh-huh.
I think. Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Depression may not possible, I think. When everybody will take EEG. EEG center is full.
Yeah, but this can be this can be screened using ERP, as we have seen those the potential were getting down, uh, and the potential were getting up, and those things that can be excitatory potential and depressing potential, and those things too. Those are actually the indications of depression and excitations, and those things they can be understood. Alzheimer's
Okay.
can be understood. Schizophrenia can be understood. But there is something amnesia where people forget things over a period of time. That is not discussed, what I found. Okay. But almost all of this can be seen, right? That's why I have kept like multiple answers, right? Amnesia
Okay.
is something that was that is not possible using ERP because it cannot uh, check the memory integrity. Okay, it can understand the response to some stimuli, but amnesia is not stimuli based. It is not a event based thing. It is something like we forgetting previous thing, memory based thing. So that is not part of the ERP experiment. How can GUI action be converted into scripting commands? Using eeg.history command, through eeg lab documentation, by selecting specific channel, or by adjusting scales and legends.
First one maybe.
First one, that is the
History.
eeg.history command, can be converted into scripting command. This command displays the history of the action per performed in the GUI, so we can directly copy paste the scripting command for understanding that.
And change the fail time only,
Yeah,
then run it.
then we can run it like how, and this is
Normally, the other things must have written in someone else. We do only changing the name and run it.
yeah, just the name, and there's a file name
Yeah,
is
yeah,
changed, and things done. What does the P300 component indicate in the EEG analysis? Motor response, visual stimuli processing, attention and working memory processes, or sleep stages?
no idea, sir. This one, it is not covered. These things P300 and
It's covered in that last part. If you see, like a lot of demonstration is there, there you will find it.
okay.
P300 means the peak that is occurring around 300 to 400 milliseconds after the stimulus is given. In EEG analysis, the P300 component is associated with cognitive processes related to attention and memory. Okay, so it reflects brain's response to stimulus discriminating task. Whereas if P300 has a larger amplitude that requires more attention, or more or it is more relevant to the task. Okay, so it is about attention and working memory processes. Mm, that much questions over this, I think. uh, any questions till here?
No, sir. No, sir. You're happy, happy, and right exam.
Yeah, so best of luck for the exam. See you in some other course, or
Sir, I'm having 100 percentage attendance. Any gift for me? Any person?
uh, okay, I'll try something like from my side one bonus mark, but I am not I'm not authorized to do that actually.
Okay, okay, sir.
Certainly you
Just
will
joking, sir.
having the attendance, you will certainly
Get
like
something.
get something,
Yes, sir.
because like
But if I'm not getting something, no problem. But others should get some negative mark.
yeah,
I'm
but
not attending that.
yeah, but they must be seeing the videos, the recordings, maybe,
True.
and the slides. That's why they are not attending. Maybe time mismatch and all. And since this course only have one TA, so I think that is the issue, that since if other courses have multiple TAs, they will give classes at different timings. But in this
Yes, sir.
case, there is one fixed timing, and that also I am giving in a working day, so that might be a bit difficult for others. So let's see, and
Around 130 something people are
registered for this batch.
registered. Not registered. This exam.
Exam,
Uh,
okay, that's great. So and let's see. Best of luck to everyone. Like everyone should do well. Okay. So thank you and best of luck. See you in some next course.